Hey, welcome back to my channel. It's Lizzie, and today I am very excited to do this video. Finally, I'm ranking One Punch Man characters from both Season 1 and Season 2. And yeah, this was requested by a viewer, Robert. I finally got around to it, so here it is. For a long time, I've been sleeping on Season 2 of One Punch Man, and honestly, not really sure why. And I had heard a lot about how, like, people didn't really think it was as good as Season 1. But honestly, I thought it was better than Season 1. Just saying. But anyway, that's not what I'm here to talk about today. Today, I'm just here to talk about the characters. So, we're going to rank them. Both heroes and villains. And, of course, I'm back on tiermaker.com. So here on Tiermaker, I found a pre-made list for One Punch Man heroes and villains from Season 1 and Season 2. So thank you to whoever made this list because I was just too lazy to make one myself. And I looked through the characters already. There are a lot on this list, as you can see. Some characters I don't even recognize, and some characters I wasn't like necessarily planning on ranking, but we'll rank them because they're on this list. But yeah, and it goes from D to S. Y'all should know how this goes by now. As far as the characters I don't really remember, I already pulled them up to the top here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and throw them all into the D tier because I don't remember these characters, so I can't really feel like, A, if I don't remember them, they must have not been very impactful, and B, I can't really fairly rank them, so I'm just gonna throw them all in here. Semi-based on design, like this guy looks like a train. Like, was there a train hero that I just don't know of? So that's all the characters that I either don't remember or like were minuscule enough and that I just don't think that they belong anywhere higher than D tier. So honestly though, I should have started with this. Saitama, One Punch Man, S tier. Is there even a question? He's the strongest hero. He's the comedic element. But genuinely, he wants to help people. That's why I think he became a hero. Or no, there's a lot of mystery about like his powers and kind of his backstory that they really haven't delved into. So I'm excited for what's to come with Saitama and definitely deserves to be an S. Now, before we're just mostly down to heroes and villains, there are 3 random people that they stuck on this list. This guy, he's like one of the Hero Association administrators. I don't know why they put him here, but no. He doesn't really do anything other than like tell heroes where to go. He tried to recruit villains and that didn't really go well for him. So yeah, I'm gonna say he's a D. He's a D. Should I put him higher than these guys though? I mean, but he's like a normal human, so nah, he should go in the bottom. They could all beat him up. And then like these 2 children. The butt chin kid, he's the kid that Saitama saved at the very beginning of the show. He was like bullying some monster. So not a very smart child. And then we have the kid who's like friends with Garo. And he's kind of nice. You know, but he's still a child. Just a normal kid. So I'm also gonna throw him here, but he can go above the butt chin kid. Okay, so we're just gonna go through these characters in a row. I think it's just gonna be easier that way. So first off, this guy, he was one of the participants in the martial arts tournament, and then he decided to become a monster after Gokatsu like broke into the ring and offered them the little weird parasites for them to eat. And he like gobbled down a whole bunch and then he got huge. Yeah. But even though he was strong, I don't really think he was that strong. So I'm gonna put him in C. Next we have a Class A hero, Blue Fire. He was one of the heroes that was supposed to be bodyguarding this administrator dude when he invited all those villains into the hero headquarters, and Garo was there and he beat the shit out of him. So yeah, he's definitely not stronger than Garo. He does have a cool power. I mean, fire, you know, not just any fire, Blue Fire. I think that's pretty dope. And he's class A. He is ranked number 6 as class A as well, so he's high up there. I'm going to put this guy in B. Kabuto Carnage. This is from the House of Evolution, and he was Dr. Genius's most powerful genetic creation, was able to beat up Genos. Granted, this was like Genos at the beginning of the show, so, you know, not as powerful as he is now or experienced. Kabuto Carnage, he was pretty strong. I think he definitely would have given heroes like a hard time. I'm going to put him in B. I think he deserves to be B and above Blue Fire. So then we have Fang. He's Bomb's brother, martial arts master of, I think it was like wind style or something. He seems like a cool old, you know, man fighter. Definitely strong. I'm gonna put him. I'll put him in A. Seems like a nice guy. Seems like a strong fighter. Probably could be a class S hero like his brother, so we'll put him in A. All right, my man Boros. So he was part of the alien invasion at the end of season 1, and he fought Saitama. He is so far is the only villain to actually give Saitama like a proper fight. Like, he didn't just die in one punch. So that speaks pretty much volumes to his strength and power. I don't really know if any other hero could have defeated him right now. Could have beat him at this time. Maybe Tatsumaki, possibly Blast. We don't really know them that well. But yeah, he deserves to be an S class for that. for being the only villain to give Saitama a hard time. And he seemed like pretty cool, pretty powerful. I liked his design. So he's a class S. Another super high level demon is Centauro. And he's the gigantic centipede monster that's wreaking havoc season 2. He was not able to be defeated by both Bang and Bomb together. Genos also couldn't lay a scratch on him, even though he really gave it his all. So the only hero that was able to defeat him was Saitama. They do talk about how Blast fought him like last time he showed up and was like almost able to kill him. So Blast probably could have defeated Centauro too. And they also claim that Tatsumaki probably could have defeated him, but really no other villain or no other hero would have been able to. Yeah, so he deserves to be class S for that. I mean, you're giving other class S heroes a hard time. You are, you know, taking them head on, like basically 3 of them at once and feeling nothing. Yeah, Metal Bat also had a hard time with him as well. So definitely class S. Chiranko. This guy is Master Bang's disciple, little dojo disciple. So he's trying to learn martial arts from him. And so far we really haven't gotten to see him like actually fight, because the only fights he's been in was like against Garo, and he like got super injured immediately. So yeah, he's definitely not as strong as Garo. I mean, he seems like a nice guy, but it's definitely not powerful. So I'm gonna put him in C, but we'll put him above this guy just because this guy's an a-hole and he's ugly. Chiranko's at least nice and cute. A class S hero, Child Emperor, is next. Child Emperor is number 5. Just had to double check that. So he's a genius. He controls like robots, and he was able to like make an antidote for like poison really quickly, things like that. He leads like investigations in the specials, which is kind of funny. So he's definitely a cute character. I also think he's not super conceited, even though he is very intelligent. You see this in like a scene where he's talking to Metal Knight, and he's like, wow, you're really only in this for yourself, aren't you? Like, that he's not caring about what's happening to others and the planet, and like actually wanting to be a hero to help people. So I like Child Emperor a lot. And the fact he's only a kid and he's that smart, I mean, he's only gonna get smarter and that. So I feel like he's going to be able to, like, he's got potential. He's got like big potential. Do I think he deserves to be class S right now? I don't think yet, but I think soon. Like, you know, in the future, he'd definitely be a class S. Right now, I'm going to put him in A. Okay, we got this Red Devil guy. He was also a participant in the martial arts tournament. And he lost, got really frustrated, and then when Gokatsu offered to make the monsters, he took it. He became this, like, dashing Red Devil. But I think his name is Suru. He was one of the martial arts masters. He was able to defeat him even in his human form, or as a human. So he wasn't really that strong. Next is the cockroach villain. He was beaten up, I believe, class A heroes, and he faced off against Gennos, and Gennos was winning, but he was able to escape by, like, ripping off his legs and then running away. Unfortunately for him, though, the top demon of the Monster Association just decided to eat him for his cowardness after that. So he did not survive, but he was really fast, I will say, but he's also a cockroach, so not really a huge fan of cockroaches. I feel like I'm gonna put him C for now. So next up we have the crab monster. This is the first villain that Saitama ever defeats. And he was, like, getting bullied by this butt chin kid, and he was gonna go, like, find him and kill him. Like, and I guess he had killed other people, but he was just kind of being a bully. And didn't really seem like he was that strong if he's picking on children. And also, like, sleeping in the park. I don't know. He also doesn't really look that great. His name is Crablante. Crablante is the actual name for him. I'm gonna put him in D. I'm just gonna put him at the top of the D for now. Because, again, I don't remember the rest of these characters, so they could definitely be stronger than Crablante. But because I don't remember them, and I do remember Crablante, okay? He had a very memorable moment being Saitama's first kill. Next we have one of the House of Evolution creations. This is Sluggerus. And I believe he has some kind of telepathic abilities, according to this. I don't remember him playing a super big role. I think he was, you know, the House of Evolution people were trying to go kidnap Saitama. So I remember he played a role in that, but he must have been defeated quite easily because I don't even remember his battle with either Gennos or Saitama. So yeah, I'm gonna say he's not very strong. He's kind of ugly looking, so we're gonna put him below Crablante. Next is a Class C hero known as D-Pad. And he's number 22 of Class C. I literally don't remember this guy as well. So I was able to find his info. He is a higher class level than these two. So I'm going to put him, like, here in the unknown people. So he's going there. Okay, next up is Watchdog Man, or number 12 of Class S heroes. I love Watchdog Man. He has not had a lot of, like, screen time or whatnot, but he's super cute. Is, like, I guess it's a dog costume. I don't know. And he's also very strong. So far, he has not been defeated that we have seen by any monsters, including Garo. So he made Garo take a run for his money, and Garo actually, like, was using some of his techniques to face off against his master and some other people that were trying to kill him. So I think that speaks volumes to his strength, that Garo was like, wow, I'm gonna actually take some pointers from this guy. And also he's just kind of funny because he just cares about defending his own town and area. So he doesn't really go help, like, other cities or situations, because he's just like, as long as my town is safe, it does all that matters to me. So it's kind of cute with his loyalty, but he also doesn't really, like, help out other stuff. Maybe that will change in the future. I hope so. But he's definitely strong. I want to put him in Class S. I'm going to put him above Boros. Not because I necessarily think he could have defeated Boros. What? technically we don't know, but I just really like him, and I think he's super cute. So I'm gonna put him above Boros. Next we have a monster from the Monster Association. This is Princess Super S, I believe. And she is a very interesting monster. She's pretty hot. She's got on some very sexy dominatrix outfit. She has a whip. And basically, she whips people into becoming her slaves. So she was giving the Class B hero, Miss Blizzard, and her group a really hard time. She was defeated by Tatsumaki, Terrible Tornado, but she was not killed by Tatsumaki, which is surprising. But I also think it was mostly just because Tatsumaki wasn't really paying attention whether she died or not. So yeah, she was almost gonna be killed off by the Monster Association demon because of that, but they decided to spare her. So I'm gonna put her in the B class at the bottom of the B right now. Yeah, I think she's got a strong power. Next we have Genos's father. I mean, Dr. Kusino. And he makes Genos's cybernetic prosthetics and enhances them and weaponry and stuff like that. We don't really know his backstory. We just know that he found Genos like half to dead and turned him into a cyborg to save him. And that he supports him trying to go off and find the cyborg that, you know, killed his parents. But he also, I think, wants the best for Genos. So he doesn't want him to solely focus on revenge, and he also wants, you know, him to be careful. He's constantly coming back to him like blown apart, being like, doctor, I need to be stronger, like da 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 da. So I think he kind of, but you know, at the same time I'm like, I'm a little wary of him. Like, I feel like there's something he's hiding. So yeah, but he's definitely smart, and the fact that he can make Genos's prosthetics, and Genos is probably the strongest cyborg that we know right now. Maybe not, I don't know, could be the strongest cyborg, we'll see. I think that makes him pretty strong, just like mentally. So we'll put him in B. We'll put him at the bottom of B. Next we have a hero from Class C, Dynamite Man. He's number 221. I don't remember him either. So he's also gonna go in the D, and he's in the D. And he's pretty low on there because he is like number 221. That's pretty low on the list. Like this armored chef clerk or whatever was like 111. Like this guy's like almost 100 paces behind him. So deserves to be there, I think. Next we have a hero from Class B, rank number 2, Eyelashes. Yeah, Eyelashes. Interesting name. I don't know what his power is. He's shown holding eyelash curlers, but I don't know. Like, I haven't really seen him, like, fight. So I don't know what the hell he does, but he is Class B number 2, and he's part of Fubaaki's group. So, I mean, that puts him somewhere, but not very high. I'm going to go ahead and put him at the bottom of the C. Class S number 3 is Silver Fang or Bang. So we talked about him a little bit. He is a very strong martial arts master, brother of Bomb, and previous master of Garo. So he's a pretty strong dude. He recognizes Saitama's strength and power and definitely respects him for that. I think he does deserve to be in S class, but I'm going to put him at the bottom here. I wonder who would win in a fight between him and Watchdog Man. I don't know. I mean, they have them ranked, but like, it's like, are they ranked solely by popularity, by the type, like how many monsters they beat, you know what I mean? Because Watchdog Man, if he's only facing monsters that are coming into his city and territory, he could be a lot stronger than they know. So I don't know. I'm gonna put him at the bottom of S for now. This is Sourface, and he was also one of Bang's disciples at one point. He was in the martial arts tournament. He did not fare so well. He was kind of being a jerk to who he thought was Chiranka, but was actually Saitama at the beginning. But then as the tournament goes on, you see that he actually like cares about him still and like, you know, wants to support him. So he's not actually a like super big jerk. He is a powerful martial artist. I think he could, you know, be a decent classed hero, like maybe even B class. I'm gonna put him here above eyelashes because again, I don't know what the hell this guy does. Our next one is a hero from S class, number 13, Flashy Flash. This is a dashing man who uses a sword, and he's very hot. Also kind of self-centered a little bit. He seems like he's pretty strong. I do think he's attractive. As far as where I would rank him, I don't know. Like, we haven't really seen him fight a whole lot of monsters. He was like about to take down that giant octopus, and then before Tatsumaki got there, and then she was like, I got this. So, I think he probably could have finished off that monster. I'm going to go ahead and put him A class, and I'm going to put him below Child Emperor for now because technically he is ranked much lower than Child Emperor in S class. And we just haven't gotten to see him fight a whole lot. So, but he's got potential. I think he's got potential to move up. So this next guy is from the House of Evolution. He is one of those genetic mutations. Frogman, yes. Don't remember this guy doing anything for the group really. So I'm gonna put him just here below, above Sluggerus. Next we have Class B, rank 1, Fubaaki, aka Miss Blizzard. She is an Esper, the younger sister of Tatsumaki. Her psychic powers are not as strong as Tatsumaki's, but who's to say that they can't become stronger? Everybody always mistakes her for the older sister because of appearance, but she definitely feels belittled by her older sister, just based on her older sister being like rank 2 of the S-class heroes. Yeah, but Fubaki's still strong, and she also has a group of like very loyal followers, so that does speak something. She was fighting this princess lady, and she was giving her a hard time. It kind of looked like she was on the losing end, but she might have not lost. She was still like willing and ready to fight even after she got whipped. So, for now, I'm going to put her below her in the B ranking, but I think that she has potential to be above her, really. Well, no, you know what? No, we're going to put her above her. Why? Because I think she's cuter. Looks can mean a lot in this tier list. What can I say? But I think I want to believe that she would have been able to defeat her. Next we have a Class A hero, Death Gatling. He is rank number 8. Rank 8. He fought against Garo. He lost, but he did put up a good fight. He was fighting with other heroes and they were teaming up, which I think teamwork is good. He's a little bit sour about how Class A gets treated versus Class S, which I can see that being an issue here with the heroes not really working well together or like giving each other credit and just wanting to, you know, make it a popularity contest or whatnot. He's strong. I think he does deserve to be in B class. And I'm going to put him below Fubaaki. I'll put him above this Super S princess lady. But I'll put him below Fubaaki because I feel like with her psychic powers, she could stop his bullets and he would be, you know what I mean? What's he going to do? I don't know. Next, we have another Class A Lightning Genji. He is rank 17. And we did get to see him fight a little bit. He was facing off against a couple monsters, which he was kind of poorly matched up against, it looked like. And so he was losing the fight. As far as where to put him, I'm going to go ahead and put him below. We'll put him below Super S Princess. Okay, next up is Jenno, aka Demon Cyborg, currently number 14 of the S-class heroes. He is pretty cool dude. Very strong cyborg. And I feel like he's a very funny character. He, is super loyal to Saitama, really, really wants to figure out how to become stronger. Both, I think, now to earn respect of Saitama, but also he wants to take revenge against the cyborg that, killed his family. And I think his story's pretty interesting. Very excited to see, him continue to develop as a character. He takes his job as a hero pretty seriously as well, but I think that's mostly because Saitama told him he should try to be in the top 10 of the S heroes. He's almost there. Probably could be soon. So I want to put him in the S class. I really like him as a character. He obviously couldn't beat Centauro as he is now, but maybe he could in the future. And he probably also could not defeat Fang, TBH. But I like Genos more than Fang. So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to put him above Fang. Next we have Dr. Genius, and he was the creator of House of Evolution, made a bunch of genetic creatures, was trying to kidnap Saitama to also use it for his experiments. He's a pretty smart guy, basically discovered immortality, cloned himself, made these creatures, he seems pretty smart. Would I think he's smarter than Genos's guy? Possibly. So I'm going to put him ahead of him, because I feel like he just discovered immortality. He ends up retiring after Saitama defeats his most powerful creation. Him and Armored Gorilla live together, and I thought that was super cute and funny. Next we have a Class B hero at ranked 20. I believe it's called Megamin, but they have him as glasses here on this list, so whatever you want to call him. He was helping out in the fight against Garo, and he was also originally part of Fubaki's group, but decided to leave so that he could further strengthen himself. I think he was kind of inspired by Saitama in some way. So I think that's pretty honorable. He, put up a fight. He helped out the other heroes. But he's still not that strong. So I'm going to put him, I guess I'm going to put him above Eyelash's guy. Again, don't know what the hell this guy does, but apparently he's ranked 2. Next we have a monster from the Monster Association, none other than Gokatsu. Probably said that wrong, but whatever. Gokatsu. He was also martial arts master. He was the world tournament champion, whatever, for a couple years or something like that. Then he decided to become a monster because he felt like he couldn't exceed his, he had reached his limits of human capabilities. He wanted to keep getting stronger. He knocked out Genos immediately, which is pretty big because Genos is not a weakling. But Saitama was able to take him out very quickly, one punch. So as far as he goes, I'll put him at the bottom of A. I think he deserves to be, he's probably stronger than Carnage Kabuto, but I don't think he deserves to be an S, obviously. I think that even though Genos got defeated, he probably could have been defeated by some other Class S heroes. Fang probably could have beat him. That's just my opinion. Next, we have Class A Golden Ball. He's ranked number 26. We see him fight a couple times in this anime. And yeah, he shoots some weird kind of bullets from a slingshot. But he can make them ricochet, so that's cool. But at the same time, I don't really know that he's that strong, I'm gonna put him below Lightning Genji. Next, we have Martial Gorilla, one of the Monster Association monsters. He was terrorizing a lot of heroes. He defeated Head Kong, who was a Class A hero. So, that means he's decently strong for a monster. He was later defeated by Armored Gorilla, which I thought was kind of funny interaction. So yeah, I think he deserves to be B. We'll put him B, and we'll put him below Golden Ball. Next, we have Armored Gorilla. He was one of the House of Evolution creations by Dr. Genius. I think he's the second strongest creation that he made. So, yeah, and he was able to defeat Martial Gorilla like he was nothing. So this guy is definitely strong. I'll put him here for now. He seems like a cool dude. Maybe he'll become a hero. Who knows? Right now, he's just retired and living with Dr. Genius. Just like scrolling down, like, how many more do we have? Damn, we still have a lot. Okay, let's keep going. Garo. He was #1 disciple of Fang. He is really likes to root for the underdog. At first, you think that he like really likes monsters, but that's not it. He likes to root for the underdog. He doesn't always want the popular people to win. So I kind of see where he's coming from. He is starting to turn into a monster, but he's not fully there. So I guess we'll see what happens in the next season. But he's definitely strong even in his human form. Like, he was able to take on some Class S heroes and defeat them, like Tank Top Guy, and he did not be and Metal Bat, but Metal Bat was injured. I will say that. Metal Bat was injured, okay? He took on a bunch of Class A, B, and other heroes that were teaming up on him. He was still able to hold his own against his master a little bit, but he was pretty wounded. So, and poisoned. Like, I think he was just not in good form at that point. So I think he's really strong. I think he's an interesting character. Right now, I'm going to put him... Okay, we'll give him benefit. He can go top of Class A right now. I think he could probably beat up any, like, machines that Child Emperor would throw at him, you know? I also think it's super funny that Saitama keeps defeating him, but, like, not knowing it. I hear about this hero hunter. He's supposed to be really strong. And he's, like, knocking this guy out, like, without even meaning to. Another creation from the House of Evolution. Manny, a mantis, praying mantis monster thing. Yeah, he's just gonna go down with the rest of them. I guess he can be above Frogman. We have another monster from Boros' group. This is the squid-like entity that can use telekinesis. His name, and I'm probably gonna butcher it, is Jiryuganshu? Shupu? Gyuryan Shupu. I think that's how you say it. He seemed like he was pretty strong. Obviously, against Saitama, it's really hard to gauge, like, how he would have done against other heroes. But given that his, like, partner was giving a bunch of Class S heroes, like, a hard time, I think he also would have given them a hard time. We'll put him below Garo. He may have been able to defeat Garo, but I think Garo's just continually getting stronger, so we'll just say that at some point Garo will probably pass him. I believe this guy was also on the Boros crew, and he was like the one who was supposed to fire off the cannon. I think they said his name. I don't remember it. He was mostly just a comedic element and kept talking about how he wanted to go home. So I thought that was funny. I don't really think he's very strong though, so he can go at top of the D. Next we have Hammerhead. He's kind of funny. He created a villain criminal group or whatever that was basically destroying property and stuff like that because they didn't want to like work for like, you know, food and a house. Like they just wanted basic needs without having to like work, which is kind of funny and a little bit like real what's going on right now. But Saitama had to defeat him because they are all like a shaved head group. So people were like thinking that he was also part of that group. Yeah, I mean, he was physically strong and had a very thick skull, survived like assassination twice because of it. But I think like, honestly, he's not that strong. I'm going to put him above Chiranko in C. He also was, I think, applying to the Hero Association, which I think would be interesting if he became a hero. That'd be pretty cool. Our next guy is another Class A hero. This guy's got an interesting name. It is Heavy Tank Loincloth. Yeah, Heavy Tank Loincloth. That's his name. He was ranked number 5 of A. We saw him again when this guy, I can't remember, the association, the Hero Association invited a bunch of villains over to their headquarters to try to get them to, you know, become heroes essentially. He was supposed to defend against any rioting villains, and he lost to Garo painfully. But Garo's very strong as well, so I mean, this guy, he's ranked number 5. I think he is just above Blue Fire Dude. So as far as like who's stronger between these two, according to their ranking, he's supposed to be, but I like the Blue Fire a little bit more. So we're gonna put him B. Honestly, I think I'm gonna put him under Fubaaki. That seems right. Next we have Class S King, and he's ranked number 7 right now. We learned a lot about his character in season 2, and essentially that him being a hero is kind of like a mistake that he just decided to never correct and continue on with. So essentially they talk about how every time he's been like interacting with a monster, he like cowers and then somebody else defeats the monster, but he gets credit for it. And we learned that a lot of those times it was Saitama defeating the monster and then him getting credit for that. So essentially where he is right now in the hero like rankings is probably where Saitama should be at least. So yeah, but he decides that he's gonna keep up the charade. Saitama encourages him to like actually get strong, but we don't really know if he's doing that. He's really good at video games. That is one thing he's good at. So he's mostly a comedic element, but I think he's like a decent guy. I'm trying to decide like how I should rank him because he's not like, I mean, he looks like he's physically like not a weakling, but he's probably not stronger than most of these other guys, but he is pretty funny. We'll put him here below Fubaaki just because I think he's just a funny character to have in the series, honestly. The next one is also a Class S hero, number 9, Drive Knight. And I believe he's a cyborg. He looks like a cyborg. I don't think that's just a mask. And he also can like interchange his parts for different stuff. Like in one scene, he's like a centaur form, but he also has like just a normal bipedal form. He also warns Genos about Metal Knight. So that kind of gives us some hints of what we may be expecting down the road here. He seems like a pretty cool dude though, and seems strong. He hasn't like faced off against Garo yet or anything, so I can't really like rank him against that guy yet. We'll put him below. But I do like him. I'm excited to see more from him, so maybe he will go up higher. Next we have a monster known as Kombu Infinity. And he's like a seaweed monster, not very creative looking, but actually pretty strong, given, you know, he was able to give 2 Class A's a hard time, defeat them. He lost to Saitama, but again, Saitama basically can beat anything, so it's not really a great way to gauge his power. But I think he's definitely strong, so we'll put him in B. We'll put him above Blue Flame guy. Oh, here's the Heavy Kong guy. This was the guy that was defeated by Martial Gorilla. So Heavy Kong is an A-class hero, but it doesn't really list a rank for him that I found on the page I'm using. But yeah, he was defeated by that guy pretty easily. So, I guess I'll put him above Hammerhead, but below the cockroach. Okay. Next we have a Class A hero, rank 2, and I'm probably gonna say his name wrong. I think it's Ian. Say Ian. This guy is one of the Class S Atomic Samurai's disciples. And I think he seems like a pretty cool dude. He does seem strong. I mean, he's not, you know, Class S yet, but he is like almost probably going to be Class S at some point. He seems like the most like sensible out of like a lot of the heroes. Like when they're fighting Mel Zargaard, he is trying to get the Class S heroes to like work together. He's like, wait, we should retreat. We should, you know, work together, like teamwork. That to me, I'm like, yes, that is how you're going to be able to defeat stronger monsters, is by working together as a team. Can't you see the monsters are working together? So like, y'all gotta work together. And I mean, they did end up like working together, but they were also trying to be like macho and do it themselves. He does lose an arm, which is kind of sad, but we learned in one of the specials that he is still training despite that, and he wants to become stronger, even though he could only fight with his right arm now. But yeah, I think mad respect for that. I like him. I'm gonna put him in A. Put him below Fang or Bomb. I was like, which one is this? I'm gonna put him below Bomb. Next is another Class A hero, Lightning Max. He is rank number 19, and he was a martial artist that became a hero, and added like the stuff in his shoes that he does or whatever it is. He's like a nice guy. We've seen him be defeated, but it's been by very strong monsters. So he's definitely not like, you know, that strong, but I give him props for his efforts. We'll put him above Lightning Genji. Next we have Ring Ring. She is the only female martial artist to enter the tournament that happened in season 2. And she was defeated first round, so I don't know if that was to gauge her strength. I forget who she fought. Yeah, she's cute. I hope this isn't the last we've seen of her, but I don't know that she's that strong. I'm gonna put her above Sourface. I think she could have beat him, and she's also cuter than him. We have another monster from House of Evolution. This is Beast King. And he was supposed to be very strong, obviously against Saitama and Genno. He wasn't. But as far as the other House of Evolution creations go, he was probably like just under Armored Gorilla as far as power level. We're going to put him at the bottom of the sea. Okay, next up we have a hero, a B class 1, rank 74, Lily, aka Lily of the 3-section staff. Don't know what that means, but I do know that she's part of Fubaki's group. We get to see her like briefly fight. Again, I don't really know what she does. So I'm just gonna put her below Eyelashes, dude. She's cute, so we'll keep her above Lion Man, even though maybe she would have been beaten by him. Okay, this is the giant that's in season 1 that Saitama defeats. He was a normal dude, but his brother like created a super powerful steroid that turned him into this. And his brother was like a mad scientist, and then they were like gonna take over the world together. So they did do a lot of damage because he was basically a Titan, but was easily defeated by Saitama. But again, he only fought against Saitama, I think. I don't think Joust fought him, but I don't really remember. I mean, he is basically a Titan, though. I'm gonna put him below Armored Gorilla. I like Armored Gorilla more. But he was pretty big, probably pretty strong if he had to face any other heroes. I don't know what the hell this is. So this, I guess, also needs to go in here somewhere. Yeah, we'll put you there. Okay, next we have up was a Gorgon monster that was part of the Monster Association. I do not find a name for her anywhere. She was actually facing off against Child Emperor and some other heroes, and she was giving him a hard time. But she then was eaten by Pig God. So, but yeah, she seemed decently strong. She had poison. We'll put her below the super princess lady. Next we have Mel Zargaard. And he was part of Boros' group. He was able to regenerate himself very quickly, had a bunch of heads, and he was giving a lot of Class S heroes a hard time till they finally figure out how to beat him. So yeah, I think he deserves to be Class A. I honestly think that Garo probably couldn't have defeated him like right now, at least right now anyway, because he would have just kept like punching and the guy would have just like kept coming back, you know? Eventually he would have gotten worn out. So I'm gonna put him at the top of A. This villain is from one of the specials. I'm not even gonna go find their name, but they were not very strong, at least not against Saitama. So, I'm gonna put them, I guess they can just go here below the slug monster. Next up is Class S hero, Metal Bat, and he is rank number 15 currently. We got to see a lot of Metal Bat in season 2, and I really like him as a character. He's, you know, that funny, like, delinquent type personality, but he's got like a cute little sister who he will like do anything. He's like, oh, you know, you made me miss her dance recital, like, we're just gonna cry, like, what am I gonna do, and stuff like that. So he can take a lot of hits, and essentially it actually makes him stronger when he gets hits. Garo knocked him out, but that was also after he was like wounded from facing a couple other monsters and then Centauro, and it was so, I honestly think it wasn't a fair fight. I'm gonna put Metal Bat in S because I like him. I like him more than Bang personally. Bang is probably stronger than him, but I'm gonna go ahead and put him above Bang in S. Bang is like number 3 of the S, and I'm like, nah, these other people can go in front of it. He's probably like gonna come out and just like whip some ass, but I wanna see the ass be whipped, you know, before I give him the credit. Plus, this is my own personal ranking, so I don't care. It's not necessarily a ranking based on strength. It's based on like how much I like them and also strength, but you know, their powers and personality and stuff like that. Next is Class C Moomin Ryder, and he is rank 1. We see a lot of him. He's a really funny character, at least to us. I mean, he's not trying to be funny. He's like trying to be a serious hero, but he's literally just a bicyclist, and he like will throw his bike, and he's like, justice, charge. But he does have a lot of popularity with the people because he will do, you know, anything. Like anybody's in trouble, he's gonna help them. It doesn't matter if it's a giant monster or it's just like my balloon got caught in a tree or whatever it is. But he does put himself into a lot of dangerous situations where he would probably be killed. So it doesn't seem like he's really like thinking through. But in one of the specials, Atomic Samurai and Bang like see him fighting and struggling against a monster. They tell him that he's got guts, but that guts isn't quite enough. That you actually have to be strong as well. But I like him. He's cute, you know. And I think I would hope that he'll get stronger, but I guess you never know. So I'm gonna go ahead and put him in B, even though, you know, he probably would be defeated by a lot of these monsters down here. But I just really like him. So where would I put him in B? You know what? We're gonna put him by King, because I feel like they're kind of in the same boat, you know. Okay, this is, I think, Mohican? He's a Class C hero. But we get to see him briefly. He's trying to like help that one kidnapped child, like one of the Hero Association administrators' child like gets kidnapped. He's trying to help him get away, him and his dad, with another hero, but he gets pretty easily defeated by one of the monsters. And yeah, he doesn't have a ranking listed, that at least on the page I'm using. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put him, I don't know. He can go bottom of the sea. Sure. Next, we have a monster. We have Mosquito Girl. She's from season 1. This was the monster that Saitama defeated, where Genos first like recognized him and his power and stuff like that. She was giving Genos a hard time. She was. So, but again, Genos at the beginning of the season. I think now he probably could defeat her easily. But yeah, I mean, she was, you know, not a pushover monster. At least for him at the beginning. For Saitama, yeah. We didn't get to see her face anybody else, but considering that Genos did end up being like already put in Class S, yeah, we'll put her in Class B and we'll put her below Carnage Kabuto. Next is another member of the Fubaaki group, Class B, rank 3, Mountain Ape. I assume he's just strong. We don't really know anything else about him, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put him with his other Fubaaki group buddies, and basically order them with the rank of where they're at. And then we have Spring Mustachio. He is a Class A hero, rank number 28. And we do get to see him fight a couple times. I think it's funny, he like is always paired up with Golden Ball. I don't know why. But he uses a sword to fight, and he can make it like bend and extend, so it's kind of cool. But he was also pretty easily defeated by both Garo and the seaweed monster. But I like his style, you know, he's cool. He's Got that spring and that mustache. I'm gonna put him here, in between Moomin, Ryder, and King. I think Fubaaki could probably beat him easily, personally. So that's why he's gonna go there. And I just like King more than him, personally. Okay, next we have the Giant Octopus monster with a bunch of eyeballs that Tatsumaki Terrible Tornado defeats after like a couple, Flashy Flash and some other heroes were like fighting it. She just comes in and wrings it out like a dirty old rag. It was terrorizing the city, it did take some hits from Flash and die immediately, so I think that means it was probably a strong monster. As far as like how strong though, really hard to say. So I'm gonna put it in A, but I'm gonna put it at the bottom of the A. Next we have the Monster King, supposedly the ruler of the Monster Association. We have not seen him fight yet, but in my mind he must be strong if he is controlling monsters like Centauro and this giant octopus thing. He's got to be somewhat strong. But as far as like how strong he is, we're not really gonna know that just yet, so I'll have to wait for the next season. But I think fairly he should probably go in A, and I'll just put him above Gokatsu right now, since again I don't know how he would fare against the rest of these people. Next we have a villain from one of the specials. He was some kind of like mob gangster, mob boss or whatever. He didn't really seem that, great. It was mostly just like comedic relief, I guess. So I'm just gonna put him down here next to the other special villain that was not very great either. The next villain is Vaccine Man. And he was defeated by Saitama, I'm pretty sure. I guess I don't remember 100%, but I think it was Saitama that beat him. He looks like a Dragon Ball Z character, which makes me want to be like, oh, he's probably pretty strong. But, I mean, it's hard to gauge if they're defeated by Saitama only, how strong they really are. I mean, he looks strong. We'll just put him below Mosquito Girl. Seems fair. Next we have Class S Rank 10 Pig God. That is his name. Pig God. And as far as his power goes, I guess he can just eat things. I mean, he ate that Gorgon creature, so, and wasn't affected by her poisons. I don't know. So I'm assuming his stomach is just a black hole. Yeah. But he is a hero, and he's rank 10 of the S, so he's got to be somewhat strong. So he's definitely stronger than that lady. He probably would have eaten her too. Maybe he can eat bullets. I don't even know. He's not very attractive. I'm gonna put him below Moomin Ryder. Moomin Ryder's a little cuter looking, personally. But this guy is definitely strong. Next we have Class B, Pineapple. His name is just Pineapple. It doesn't give us a rank of where he is in Class B, but I remember he was fighting Garo with Death Gatling and a couple other heroes. I'm gonna put him at the bottom of the C. He looks kind of ridiculous, but I'll put him above the Mohawk dude. This villain is this monster, I believe, was fighting Metal Bat and lost, but I think that was who Metal Bat was fighting. So Metal Bat beat it pretty easily. Metal Bat's Class S though, so I don't really know where to rank it. Its power didn't really seem like that cool, so I want to say it's a C class. We'll put it, I guess we'll put it up below this hairy, angry monster man. Okay, we're almost there. A few more lines. Next is Class S, rank 17, I'm sorry. Rank 17, Pretty Prisoner. This is a very comedic element character. He is a hero that breaks out of prison to go fight monsters. And he's very strong, super gay, really loves the pretty boys. He fights naked, and he also, uses, powers to make him look like a magical girl. He's like, angel dive, or whatever. And he's, I don't know, transforms when he gets naked. So he's pretty funny. He's strong, but we have seen him be taken out by like Deep Sea King and some others. So he's definitely not like, well, he's not the strongest S-Class. He's at the bottom of the S-Class now. I'm going to put him below Flashy Flash. I'm going to put him below Flash Flash. Flash Flash is a very handsome boy. Actually, Prairie Prisoner probably loves him. But I think he's funny. He is strong, so we'll put him there. I think he could beat Gokatsu. So, yeah. Next is the monster from the Monster Association, Rhino Wrestler. He was beaten up on this Mohawk guy to get the kid back and some other hero. I don't remember which one. So, I mean, he seems strong, but also those guys weren't, like, very high level in the hero system. So, I'll just put him above the plant thing. Seems fair. Next is Class S Rank 6 Metal Knight. And he is well, we actually haven't met, like, the real Metal Knight yet. He's actually a human that controls all these really powerful robots and weapons and stuff. He also seems like he's pretty self-centered. He's just there to try to test his technology or get new technology. As far as like being a hero, he doesn't really seem like he wants to be a hero to like help people, just to like make himself stronger or whatever. And also Drive Knight tells Gennos to watch out for him. So some fishy's going on there. We don't exactly know what. But he is rank 6 among the S-Class heroes, so supposedly he's strong, but I haven't really seen him like beat anything. You know, the meteor that he shot missiles at didn't work, so Saitama took that out. He didn't really help against the alien invasion very much. He got kidnapped by the Monster Association, so it's like a lot of stuff going on there. I'm gonna put him above Gokatsu. I would imagine he could beat him. I'll just say that. Next is Class S Rank 4 Atomic Samurai. So this guy is pretty dope. He wields a sword very, very well. He helps defeat Mel Zargaard, as well as some others. Yeah, I mean, I think he deserves to be S. I mean, technically Bang is ranked higher than him, so I suppose he should go below Bang. Deep Sea King. This guy was, from season 1, and he was one of the prominent villains. He was really strong, was able, like, Prairie Prisoner barely put a scratch on this guy. Gennos could not defeat him. He was just swinging him around like a yo-yo. And he took out a bunch of Class A. Of course, Saitama could beat him in one punch, but he was definitely strong. So I'm going to put him below Centauro. Is that where I want to put him? But I like Gennos. Maybe Gennos can beat him now. Maybe not. We'll put him, I'm gonna put him, okay. This may not make sense, but I'm gonna put him below Metal Bat. Just because I think he's really, I don't know, no. I'm gonna put him below Atomic Samurai. This is the final ranking, okay. Putting him below Atomic Samurai, I think these two could probably beat him. I think Metal Bat maybe could beat him, maybe. He wasn't there, okay? Gennos, I know he lost to him then, but he's stronger now. And I think, I want to hope in my mind and my heart that he could put up a better fight. So I think that's fair. S, but bottom. Next is Class S Hero, rank 11. What's his name? His name is Super Alloy Darkshine, aka the minority representation in the show. He's a Class S hero. We've only seen him fight very little, but he did like obliterate the monsters that were, you know, in the Monster Association that like broke in. Like knives or whatever couldn't even pierce his skin because it's just so strong from his muscles. So I think he's definitely strong. As far as how strong compared to the other characters, it's really hard to say because he didn't get much fight time yet. So yeah, I'm gonna put him, I guess I'm gonna put him above Prairie Prisoner, just because technically he's ranked higher. Next is the old fortune teller lady that the Hero Association used to help predict disasters that were gonna happen, and she predicted that something really horrible was gonna happen in 6 months right before she like died. She like choked on something. I don't even remember what. Her name is Shibabwa. So, I mean, Future Sight's a pretty good power, but that's, you know, not really, like, that great as far as, like, fighting goes if you're an old woman, I guess. If you know, she doesn't really look muscular. We'll put her below the Beast King here and see. Seems fair. Sweetie? It almost sounds like they're saying, like, Sweetie when they say his name. But that's our next guy. I believe it's pronounced Suryu. He's a very powerful martial artist. He was like the last year's tournament's winner. Or no, not last year's, but like a few years ago or something like that. And he decided to come back to win more money and to see if anyone was like strong enough to fight him. Of course, Saitama wipes the floor with him, but because of the legality rules of Saitama entering under a false name and disguise, he was disqualified, so Suryu won the tournament but didn't actually win. But he's a really powerful martial artist. He could probably be a Class S hero. I don't know if he would be able to defeat Garo, though. He's a little conceited, but he does have a little character development where he like realizes how important heroes are. He was not able to defeat Gokatsu. I'm gonna put him at the bottom of A. Hopefully we'll see more of him in a better light in the future. Okay, who are you? Who are you? Next we have Class B, rank 99, shooter. Basically kind of looks like Link. Yeah. This guy is able to shoot poisonous arrows and is able to shoot a lot of them at once, so that's pretty unique. He does hit Garo and does poison him, but does get defeated. But I think he seems like he's strong. We'll put him below Rhino Wrestler. I would hope he could defeat Rhino Wrestler, but we don't really know. Next is rank B, number 43, Gun? Yeah, Gun. Very creative. He's basically a cowboy looking dude who shoots 2 guns at once. You know, he looks like he's a good shot. I mean, you would think like guns would be able to like beat people, right? So, I don't know. But I feel like martial artists might be able to get around that. We'll just put him in C below Sourface. Okay, this guy is like some type of sky king monster, whatever. He was defeated by like another monster or something very easily. It might have even been the alien ship, I don't remember. So he didn't really seem that great. Where are we gonna put him? He can go at the bottom of the C. Sure. Okay, Class A, number 27 is Smile Man. This hero here who like swings around a giant hammer, something like that. It's kind of like Harley Quinn, except not as cool. That great. I guess I'll put him below Shooter because I just think Shooter's ability is more useful, personally. Class A, rank 37, Snake or Snakeback Snake. Or actually, it's Biting Snake Fist Snack. That's his official name. Is Biting Snake Fist Snack, not Snake Bat Snake. They just call him Snake. Snack. He's a martial artist, and I guess he uses like a form that's like a snake type of deal. You always see this apparition of a snake around him. I don't know if that's actually supposed to mean anything. He's funny because he, you know, thinks he's better than Saitama, but then gets like his ass handed to him by Saitama. So he realizes he's not that good. For his comedic elements, I'm gonna put him above Golden Ball in B. Seems fair. Speedo Sound Sonic is next. I love this guy. He's funny, he's hot, and he's strong. Really, really fast. Probably the fastest character of the show, at least right now. Saitama can keep up with him, but he's still pretty fast. Like, I think, well, I guess Saitama would be faster than him. I don't know. It's tough one. I guess Saitama's faster than him, but besides that, he's the fastest character. So yeah, he definitely prides himself on his power and wants to defeat Saitama. He does deserve to be an S class. I'm gonna put him, should I put him above or below Gennos? I like Gennos a lot, but I also like him a lot. Oh my god, I want to put them like side by side. Yeah, I'll put him above Centauro. And you know what? I'm going to put Genno above Centauro too. No, okay. I know I keep changing my rankings. But I like Genno a lot, okay? This is not just a strength ranking, okay? This is also I like them ranking. So I'm also going to put Metal back. There. Okay. That seems fair. I like this. We're not going to move those ones anymore. Okay. This is, I believe, the last member of the House of Evolution. This is Ground Dragon. He looks like a giant mole. He was kind of cute. I liked him as a character, as a monster from the House of Evolution. He seemed like he could decently fight. I guess I'll put him below the lion, because the lion is probably stronger, but he's good. Next is Class A Rank 10, Stinger. We've seen this guy fight a few times now. He was able to defeat some of the Deep Sea King's minions, but was totally obliterated by some of the other stronger monsters, Deep Sea King, and I think his like higher level people. But he is, you know, seems like a cool dude. I guess he can go above this loincloth dude, sure. Seems like a good spot. Next is Class A Rank 1, a My Mask. This guy, very interesting character. So he basically is a Class S hero, but he doesn't want to move up from Class A because he likes to gatekeep the Class S heroes, essentially. And, but he also criticizes them a lot. Like, basically, he won't even be there to, like, help. And then, like, I don't know, after the aliens, like, literally wiped out half of, like, a whole city the second that they landed, he was like, how could you let this happen? And they were like, well, it was already like that when we got there. And he was like, it's not good enough, like, type of deal. But I'm like, could you have done anything about that? Like, I highly doubt it. But we really don't know how strong he is yet. Because we've only seen him fight, like, very little. But he's definitely strong. So, I'm interested. I'm intrigued by him. He is kind of a D-bag, but I'm intrigued. Would I rank him higher than Prairie Prisoner? We'll put him below Prairie Prisoner in Class A. Class S Rank 16, Tank Top Master. And this guy's just like a super strong dude, man. He gets defeated by Garo, so he's not that strong, but he's strong. I'll put him bottom of the A. Bottom of the A. Seems fair. This is Class B, Rank 81, Tank Top Black Hole. Yeah, Tank Top Black Hole. This guy's an asshole, okay? He, like, tries to get people to, like, not like Saitama. He's just an a-hole. I don't like him. And personally, I don't think he's that strong. So I'm gonna put him at the bottom of the C. F you, man. This is another tank top guy, but I don't know if I remember what his name is. I think he's another tank top dude. I don't know what rank tank top dude he is, but I'm gonna put him above the a-hole tank top guy, okay? Here we go, my girl, rank 2 of the S heroes, Tatsumaki, aka Terrible Tornado. She is, not going in the D. She is one of the most strongest beings in this world. I don't know. We haven't met rank 1 in the anime yet to Blast. Supposedly he's stronger than her. Supposedly, but her psychic powers are pretty strong. I mean, she stopped an entire like air raid from the aliens with her psychic powers and then like reversed them up to like, you know what I mean? She was like fighting off a whole ship. Granted, Saitama was inside also wreaking havoc, but and then they make pretty good too, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say I ought to ship them, but I totally do. Alright, but yeah, I'm gonna put her, I think she deserves to be, I'm gonna put her just below Saitama. She's powerful, she's sassy. It's funny that they make fun of her because she looks like a little girl. Obviously I want her to develop a little bit more than just being like the tsundere little girl all the time, but I like her. I like her a lot. She's super strong. This is Class C, rank 13, Tank Top Tiger. He's also an a-hole, just like his buddy here. So they're gonna both go to the bottom of the sea. This is Class A rank 36, Chain Toad? Chain in Toad, what a name. He tries to fight Garo. We also see him in a special where he's trying to fight like some giant salamander and gets eaten, but then gets saved. Yeah, so he doesn't really seem like super strong. We haven't had like great gauges for his thing, but yeah, he doesn't really seem like he's that strong. Where would I put him? He can go the bottom of the B. Bottom of the B for you, my man. This is some kind of chameleon monster. I think Miss Blizzard defeated him, but I don't really remember him at all. I guess he can go above the mantis. Our next one is a hero, Class A rank 7, Magic Trick Man. I don't remember seeing him fight. So I don't really know how strong he is, but he is Class A. Apparently he's stronger than Death Gatling. He can go in front of Death Gatling, I guess. This is a monster from the Monster Association, Mako Plasm. And she, I think, uses like electric shock. She's got a cute design. She and some other monster are giving Lightning Genji a hard time. So I guess I'm gonna put her above Lightning Genji. Seems fair. We'll just put her there for now. This is Class B, rank 6, Wildhorn. I think he was fighting Garo, but I honestly don't really remember him. Yeah, I don't remember him. So let's see where we can put this guy. We'll put him with these guys. I'll put him below shooter. I don't remember what he does. I just think being able to shoot a lot of arrows is probably pretty useful. Okay, this guy, I don't remember his name. He was in the martial arts tournament, and he was a sassy, flamboyant man, which I like. I thought he was funny. As far as power goes, I think he was definitely stronger than Sourface, but Ring's cuter, so he's gonna go in between. Finally, our last one, and it is none other than Class S rank 8 Zombie Man. So Zombie Man, we only get to see briefly in the actual anime so far. At the very end, he is tailing Martial Gorilla and then ends up tailing Armored Gorilla after that. That's literally like all we see from him in the actual anime. But then they have these special episodes where we get to see him a couple times. So they talk about how Zombie Man is supposed to be immortal, like he can't die if he's like stabbed or whatever. And then there's like a couple special episodes where like there's been a murder and it's like him, so it's like not actually somebody who's dead. But I don't know, it's really funny. So yeah, and I mean he's rank 8. S, so I mean he must be cool. And being able to be semi-immortal, I guess that's pretty dope. I'll go ahead and put him at the bottom of S. We don't really know like what he does entirely, but I just think he sounds like a cool character. Alrighty, well that is our final, we're done. Finally done. That was so many characters. Wow, thanks for sticking around if you did, and I hope that you enjoyed this. So this is my ranking of the One Punch Man heroes and villains so far after season 2 and watching all the specials and all of that. I don't read the manga, at least not currently, so, you know, in the future, things like this may change. Who knows, maybe I'll do another one of this at some point and readjust things. But yeah, so I'll just go through my S. Saitama, Tatsumaki, Watchdog Man, Boros, Speedo Sound Sonic, Genno, Metal Bat, Centauro, Fang, Atomic Samurai, Deep Sea King, and Zombie Man are all characters I think are in S. For A, there's the top 3. We have Mel Zargaard, Garo, and Metal Knight, I think are fair. B, Carnage, Kabuto, Mosquito Girl, Vaccine Man. C, the Cockroach Thing, Heavy Kong, and Hammerhead. And D, that guy, the crab monster, that thing. Yeah, we don't really care about that, but okay. But yeah, so that is all those characters. Again, thanks so much for sticking around. If you like this video, please like it, subscribe to my channel to support my content. And comment below any thoughts that you have on One Punch Man, on the rankings, anything you would change, or anything you agree with. You can also leave me comments for other recommendations for other characters you want me to rank, or anime you would like me to watch and review, things like that. Yeah, so thanks again. Have a great rest of your day.